when you are looking at the MQ and you need to send it out to the stakeholders, it makes you realize again who are my stakeholders. So you've got a couple of obvious ones. You got your boss, you got your assignees, you got your vendors, but you also need to think of payroll and legal. Do you have an internal immigration team that you can send it, or an internal tax team, your colleague? I think that's also important to show the stakeholders why their opinion is so important for the process. And then after all, if you get then the results, then it's up to me to share them again with the stakeholders. These are your answers. Are you happy with it? Do you recognize this? And I think what I'm very, very curious about is do it next year again and see where we are. I was very happy to see the importance of what people see for immigration and visa services, and I was surprised that we had a gap actually there, because we work with a great vendor, and I thought we were having that in control, and there was quite a gap that we were not as mature as we thought we were there. So I think that's also great on the MQ, because it sort of works like an onion and you can peel layer by layer down, and then you can get into the situation. Okay, if there is a gap in immigration, what is it? Is it the perception that the time frame is taking too long from the application to the granting of the visa? So those are the things that we are working on now, and actually teaching leadership and teaching assignees what the immigration service is about, because it was all about managing expectations in the end, and not the fact that the vendor was not correct or the service provided was not correct. When looking at the results and thinking what I can do with it, there immediately are some quick wins. For example, we have a lot of data, but we don't actually do something with it. And we were already looking at our team structure. Is the team that we have in place, is that the correct team going forward? Immediately the answer, no, it's not. We need a data analyst in our team to work with that and predict outcomes for the future. So that was something that we normally an extra resource in your team takes a lot of time and a lot of people you need to persuade. This was actually the last drop we needed to take that step. I think the MQ is quite unique. Often it's said within Arup, mobility is part of our DNA. We need it. We are a project-driven company. You need to have a strong mobility team. You need to have a good policy. You need to know where you are. And MQ just shows it to you within a couple of weeks' time. We can easily prioritize our to-do list now for the coming year or 2 to 3 years.